Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and these are some of the top stories we have for you tonight. Rain, rain, go away. We'll tell you what to expect this weekend. Bright lights and the V.I.P.D. will tell you what that's all about. And BOGO's Entertainment Report. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, we've had some serious rain during the past 12 hours or so in our territory. News Channel 8's Wes Small files this report on the effects of rainfall.
Well, thank God it's Friday, Jerome. We're in Peter's Rest, and yeah, we had a good blessing overnight with some thunder and lightning, and I'm sure some areas are flooded, like this one here in Peter's Rest, and some people are turned around and so forth like that because they don't want to bottom out. But this is a particular hot spot. It always has been on the way here to Junie's Bar and so forth, and then Hess is right down there. Of course, Williams Delight probably flooded as well, some areas in Welcome and so forth, but not much to worry about. Now, some information on your schools for today. We know for a fact that private school, Good Hope School, was canceled. They canceled classes for today. But publicly, we know of no closings or cancellations. As a matter of fact, I was just on the phone with Gary Malloy, school superintendent for the St. Croix district, and it was up to the parents pretty much to send your children in today. And we did see a few children on the streets with their parents and so forth at work or what have you, but most of the population went, and maybe some schools had a little flooding, but according to Mr. Malloy, everything went pretty good, and the buses, they were a little delayed earlier this morning, but other than that, they should be getting home for the evening and later in the afternoon with no hitches and no problems. Now, what does that mean for the weekend activities for us? A lot going on this weekend. It's a Friday and everything, a lot planned for the weekend. So with that, let's check in with one of our meteorologists, National Weather Service out of San Juan, Puerto Rico.
This is meteorologist Brian Seeley. For the weekend, we're looking at a somewhat unsettled pattern, although not as bad as we had thought earlier in the week. A mid to upper level trough of low pressure located to the west and northwest of the local area will continue for the next several days. At the same time, a relatively moist and unstable air mass will linger nearby. We may live a little bit of a life of luxury in that the more moist and unstable air may stay in an area northwest of the territory and southeast of the territory, such that our weather will be a little bit better than what it might have been. But that said, we still cannot rule out during the daytime hours as well as at night some cloudiness, a scattered shower or two, and also, an outside shot of a thunderstorm or two over the next couple of days, especially if we can get the mid to upper level troughiness to combine with the deep moisture that's located nearby. In terms of the sea conditions, north-northwest swells will continue to affect the northwest or northeast-facing coastlines over the next couple of days. Beachgoers need to be aware that dangerous rip currents will continue out there. Heaven head breaking waves high enough for a high surf advisory, but unlike most of the summertime, the sea conditions are a bit rougher than they have been, and small craft advisories remain in effect for the local boaters.
Saturday, a lot of events for tomorrow during the day especially. How are we looking for tomorrow?
I think a lot like today.
And a small craft advisory should be in effect throughout the weekend, correct?
At least for the next 12 to 18 hours, then there'll be a break. As we head early next week, it looks like another round of bigger swells from the north-northwest.
All right, well, there you have that. And so not bad for this scenario. Then we had a little blessing overnight, early this morning. Of course, places like Hannah's Rest, I know, some hot spots, Williams Delight. Just be a little patient, see how people are maneuvering. There you go. And like I said, not all the students are in school today. They're pretty happy riding around with their parents. So with that, not much to worry about. I don't think too many events are going to be hampered or canceled over the weekend. We are in Peter's Rest, and just take it slow on the roads this weekend. Please don't drink and drive. That's for sure. Use a designated driver. And be careful, because a lot of hydroplaning is going to be going on. And do just like these folks right here and take it with ease. In the St. Peter's Rest, I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And here's some important news about Medicare from the Lieutenant Governor's office. Let's find out more.
My name is Rena Saro. I'm the Medicare Coordinator, V.I.P.D Director. SHIP stands for State Health Insurance Assistance Program. And we do face-to-face or group counseling to Medicare beneficiaries. We are locally administered under the Office of the Lieutenant Governor and federally funded through a grant from CMS, the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. We're currently open enrollment. Open enrollment began on October 15th and it will run through December 7th. During this time, Medicare beneficiaries can join a Medicare prescription drug plan. They can, if they're not satisfied with their current plan, they can also switch plans. If they are satisfied, they don't have to do anything. And at this time, they can also drop a plan. But we do not encourage beneficiaries to drop a plan, because if you drop a plan now and want to enroll in a plan later, there will be a penalty. Medicare beneficiaries can get more information at the V.I.P.D office on St. Croix at 772-7368, on St. Thomas St. John at 714-4354, or they're always welcome to stop by on St. Croix at the Governor Wang F. Louis Hospital and Medical Center, on St. Thomas St. John at the Roy L. Schneider Regional Medical Center. Medicare beneficiaries can go to www.medicare.gov to get information, and also on the Lieutenant Governor's website at ltg.gov.vi. The open enrollment period ends on December 7th, so we encourage all Medicare beneficiaries to contact our offices to get more information.
And in other news, the V.I.P.D has some extra help these days, especially at the roadblocks. Let's take a look.
Hey, good night. Chief of Police here, reporting from Williams Light intersection at Queen Mary, where we've got a traffic checkpoint up and running with the assistance of a substantial size unit for floodlights. This traffic checkpoint is the second one we've done in the last 24 hours, trying to curb the violent crime incidents here in St. Croix, get a little bit better control of what's going on, and also just check out our traffic flow and make sure that the vehicles that are passing through here are in compliance with Virgin Islands law as far as traffic violations go. As I said in a press release very recently, the public can expect to see an increase in police presence, and I guess this would be a perfect example of it. This is obviously a very loud, very bright action that the police are undertaking here, and the public can expect to see a lot more of this in the days to come.
And when we come back from this break, top shelf liquor gets stolen from St. Thomas. We'll tell you more about it. Stay with us. And let's take a look at your Caribbean report for tonight. In your Caribbean report tonight, we start in Havana, Cuba, where the 2011 Human Development Report published in the United Nations Development Program placed Cuba in the 51st position, 2 steps up compared to the previous report. According to the document, Chile is in the 44th spot, is the best-ranked nation in Latin America and the Caribbean, followed by Argentina, Barbados, and Uruguay. Haiti is the only country in the region included in the low human rights development category. Out of 187 nations listed, it is 187th in rank. The human development rate is based on 3 indicators: long and healthy life, assisted accordingly to the life expectancy rates at birth; education, according to adult illiteracy rates and the enrollment rates in the primary and secondary and higher education; and the decent living style, according to the GDP per capita. And next we turn to St. Kitts and Nevis, where Prime Minister Dr. Denzel Douglas, after leaving Australia earlier last week, has continued to develop and promote his country throughout a world tour. St. Kitts and Nevis, although is the smallest and independent country in the Western Hemisphere, has become one of the best places in the Caribbean to do business and offer good returns for investment. The Federation's Prime Minister Dr. Denzel Douglas told potential investors at the United Arab Emirates on Wednesday night of the opportunities to further invest and transform the the economic development in the Twin Island Federation. It is quite rich in history and culture, but also abundant with advantages and opportunities for growth and investment. Once you visit, you'll understand how the landscape has remained so remarkably unspoiled despite the fast-growing tourism industry that boasts first-class hotel, accommodations, and services. We have a 98% educated and skilled labor force, modern technology infrastructures, and a government committed on the public and private partnership. All this together makes St. Kitts and Nevis an ideal location for entrepreneurship and good return on investment, said Prime Minister Dr. Denzel Douglas. And finally, to Port of Spain, Trinidad, where Acting Prime Minister Winston Dockeran has said that the current state of emergency and curfew will continue because of the tremendous impact it has on violent crimes and a new sense of calm prevailing over Trinidad and Tobago. Speaking at a post-cabinet press conference on Thursday, Dockeran said the government, having taken a bold and imaginative action to deal with crime that has been bedeviling the country for far too long, will continue to review the measures. He said that while it is not a solution, it is an act in the right direction. Dockeran said that the Minister of National Security, Brigadier John Sandy, has been continually meeting with the security forces on behalf of the cabinet. He underscored the safety of the primary responsibility for the government, and every life saved is worth an entire country. And that's your Caribbean Report for tonight. And also, a man has been arrested for shoplifting and an inmate arrested for a past crime spree on St. Thomas. 31-year-old Tessiar Francis of Anna's Retreat was arrested for stealing 5 bottles of Courvoisier and a bottle of wine from a Kmart store. Apparently, Francis was identified on a surveillance tape stealing merchandise from the Tutu Park Kmart. Bail was set at $35,000. Shortly before noon on Wednesday, Bureau of Corrections inmate Anderson Santiago Nova, 20 years old, was arrested for snatching a woman's chain from her neck in early May. Police said that between January and May, Nova went on a gold chain snatching spree. Bail was set at $35,000 and he was returned to prison. And when we come back, BOGO's Entertainment Report for Friday. Stay with us. And let's turn to Bogo. He's got your weekend entertainment report.
Thank you very much, Jerome. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Entertainment Report. On the weekend, there's a lot of stuff to do here on the Big Island of St. Croix. We're going to start with this Saturday at the grounds of the Penthouse Rooftop, where the radio station 103.5 1620 AM is housed. It's going to be a big fun day. I mean, all the disc jockeys, it's a St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John thing. Everybody's going to be there. There's going to be a lot of drinks, a lot of things to eat also. They're going to have races, some special races. I think you're going to see people like Glenn Drake coming up against Chubby and all kind of different races. Koof will be coming up against probably Scrappy. You never know. West Small and I might be there running foot races. So against Mario, the shortest man in media business against the tallest man in media business. So definitely you got to come out and check it out. And then later that night, right at the Penthouse Rooftop is a big after party with DJ Eddie, with of course the boat ride. We're gonna have DJ Carl Selector and myself, and also you're gonna have the Heart Attack Band. So you can spend the entire day right there at the Penthouse Rooftop and the grounds. Okay? Also, that same night at Club 54, it was nice, very nice in less than a week ago, so we must do it again. As KSS brings to you Daddy Jones and crew and the Stylian once more. Also on the card, you're going to have DJ Carl, you're going to have Selector Cove and Super Tracks and also Syndicate Sounds. So please come on out and check this one at Club 54. And then we're going to tell you also Saturday night at the Jam Times nightclub, going on the middle of the island, you could say down there by Mountain. It's an all-black everything, featuring Fire Emblem, Super Tracks, and also Red Eye. Ladies, you get in free before 12 and you get a free glass of Moscato. All right? Of course, the first 10 ladies, you get a free glass of Moscato. So check it out. Everything black down there at Jam Times. And then we're going to tell you about this weekend, this and every Sunday. The place to be is definitely at the Frontline nightclub. You know, it's about the Sunday school is back in session. Go on out and enjoy your country and western and all that good stuff down there at the Frontline nightclub. And don't forget, the grand finale of the Country and Western being brought to you by More Light Entertainment. It's definitely coming to you on November the 19th. So don't you miss it. It's going to be at Crusaders. It's a grand finale for $500. You never know. I just might be in the finals, so you got to come on out and check it out. And then we're going to tell you about the Caribbean Togetherness presents the Dance of the Century at the Crusaders Club. That's, of course, the 12th of November. It's Veterans Day weekend, so you definitely got to go and check it out. Music by DJ Jules and DJ Heart Attack. Doors open at 9 p.m. And also, enough door prizes will be given away that night. So please come on out and be a part of it. It's going to be fun, fun, fun. And then we got to tell you about the St. Kitts Nevis United Association, Inc. The St. Croix chapter presents to you the 28th Annual Independence Anniversary Banquet. That's Saturday, November 19, 2011, 7 p.m. at the UVI Great Hall. Tickets are just $40. Dress elegantly. Please find a nice dress. Gentlemen, find a nice shirt with a tie, a nice linen suit, and come out and support. Of course, you can call for information 277-9257, that's Carol, and 332-9650 Marilyn, and 690-0564 Mr. Rossington. So don't forget it. Make sure you check it out. As I told you last week, this week I'm going to do something about Mr. Dennis Brown. And here we go. One of Jamaica's most decorated singer, the late great Dennis Brown, led honors in Jamaica for the National Awards ceremony on Heroes Day. He was awarded the Order of Distinction in the rank of Commander for his contribution to the Jamaica music industry. The posthumous honor was received by his widow, Yvonne. Despite many fans suggesting that he deserved this award a very long time ago, his wife stated, "Nothing happened before its time." The Crown Prince of Reggae passed away in the year 1999 at the age of 42. Many of his songs are still sampled today by people like Chino, Damian Marley, and Nas, who did a remix of his song Promised Land. So as we say, please give us our flowers when we are alive. But as we must say, Dennis Brown, you're gone, but not forgotten, and your music lives on. Definitely I want to tell you to whatever you do this weekend, please full enjoy yourself. If you drink, just don't drive. And please, I said please, stay away from violence. Back to you, Jerome.